There we go. Oh, I've still got people entering. So welcome everybody. Today is relaxing, breathing, trusting yourself to make this class your own. I know that at any time you can leave if you need to. You can go into your own pose if you need to. You can stop completely, whatever your body is telling you. So just trust yourself and be honest with yourself and your body. We're going to be holding the stretches for about 15 to 30 seconds. Like in one of my emails, I mentioned comparison. So if you notice yourself looking at me or anyone else and thinking, I can't do that, or I feel different, or what have you, notice it. Think, okay, yeah, I can see what I'm doing here. Just trust myself, trust my body, do what's right for me. Your nervous system will love today because I'm going to be talking about breathing into your diaphragm and, your vagus nerve running through there. So we're going to be squeezing it and putting you into that relaxed state. I'll talk a bit about pelvic floor as we breathe if you need to or want to include that in certain parts. And that's about it. So with that, I can take my glasses off. And walk backwards and we'll get started. I'll bring my timer with me and tilt my screen so you can see me properly. So some of you who do PT with me will be familiar with this first warm-up. We're going to warm up first, and Rochelle, you can stay down there, it's okay. So we are going to warm up before we start because we don't want to injure ourselves. So with that, some of the stretches will actually be mobilizing movements as well as stretching. So now I just want you to roll one shoulder at a time while we're walking. Notice the difference between each one. Like mine on my left cracks a little bit, the other one's a bit happier. Now make bigger circles. So I'll keep harping on about making today this class your own. So if you've got niggling necks, niggly shoulders, niggly lower backs, tweak whatever we do so that it suits you. Popping your hands on your hips, I want to step out and in. And another note is this is going to use your brain a little bit today as you think about what your body's doing, but it's good because we are getting out of our brains a bit, or thought patterns, and getting into our bodies. Stay wide now. And I want you to take a little seat over one side. Don't sit too far. So if you've got niggly knees here, just adjust so don't go too deep. So we're warming up your inner thighs as well. So now we're going to add a reach for your shoulders and spine, bit of a twist and reach. For me, I sort of feel this near my armpits too on the outside. You might feel it somewhere else. Couple more. All right, step it back in. This is a bit of balance, so just take care as you go. You don't have to, but otherwise cross your feet. If you feel wobbly, don't cross your feet. Reach your arm up overhead, stick your hip out and come back and change sides. So this is dynamic. We're not staying still yet in the stretch because we're trying to warm up your muscles. As I said, you don't have to cross your legs if you feel wobbly doing this one. So for me, I feel this a bit in my triceps, a bit in my ribs and hips, but hip, you might feel it somewhere else. Two more. Last one. All right, have a little shake. Then you're going to send one foot out to the side. Your toe is up. This other leg's a bit bent. We're going to try and work your shoulder here. Slowly reach down and the back of your leg. But you don't need to get to your foot. We're reaching towards your foot. Then we're going to change legs. Big arm circle. Reach down towards your foot. Slowly back up and change. Again, if you feel wobbly, modify this. You don't have to go right down. Notice if you feel different on each leg. Got two more. We're roughly doing 4 to 6 of each of these movements. to start with. One more. And slowly up, have a little shake. Next are plank walkouts. So you can pop your hands on a chair if you don't want to go onto the floor here. Or you reach up to the sky. You can put your hands on the chair here, otherwise you're going down onto the floor, walking out into a plank. Slowly walk it back. Bend your knees as much as you need to, want to, whatever. Reach up to the sky. Then we're going back down again. So we are really getting warm. And back in and up. I think I'm going to have to take my socks off soon. On this next one, we're going to walk out and then put your knees on the floor. I'll just come diagonal so you can see me a bit better. I'm going to bring one foot forward. We're going to do a bit of a rotation. Nice and slowly reaching up to the sky towards the knee and back down. So again, you can play with this. You can stay up in the stretch for longer. You can move faster. Just play. Warming up your spine. And pause, come up onto this knee. Now if you need to, pop a cushion under that knee. We're just doing one more thing here and then we'll change, but just know that you can always put cushioning under your knee. Now we're reaching forward and back. So we're rocking, trying to open up this hip down the bottom, reaching across the front knee. One more. And pause. Now with this leg, we're going to walk it out to the side. You can choose the angle here. I'm going to go out 90 degrees, but you could be 45, whatever's possible. I'm going to now send my knee out this way a little bit. Again, it's inner thigh here and hips. But you play, especially if you've got dodgy hips. Pause. We're now going to flop this knee forward and send your foot out a little bit further, but not straight. You're on the inside edge of that foot. If you can, bring your hands down or put your elbows on a chair. Now I'm going to turn again so you can see me. I'm rocking back and forth, warming up my hips even more. Okay, bring that leg in. We'll give that knee a rest that we've been on. Swapping legs, the other foot's going to come forward. Now we're going to rotate up the other way. So we're thinking about upper back and spine here. You can pause at the top and stay there if you want. Just play. The only rule is to listen to your body. Last one. Come up onto your knee. This is the one now where we're sending our arm forward and hips forward. So we're opening the front of the knee, that hip that's down. Slow. So you can choose how far you go forward. You've got the choice here. This is where you're going to really lean into trusting yourself, trusting your body and what it's telling you. Let's pause. Now I want you to walk this foot out. So you can choose the angle here. Depends on your mobility in your hip and how you feel. I'm going to send the knee out or diagonal, whichever way your knee is, you're going to track that way. Pause. Now we're going to flop this knee forward, maybe send it out a bit. You're on the inside edge of that foot. Hands are going to come down, maybe, maybe not, or elbows on a chair or hands on a chair, and rock. So I'll go side on again so you can see I'm just doing a little rock. You're going to choose if you rock or how far you rock. Okay, bring that leg in now. Now we're going to downward dog. If that's not accessible to you, just slowly make your way up to standing. Otherwise, head down, bum up. Downward dog is letting your heels sink towards the floor, tailbone up into the sky, hang your head, but we're going to move a little bit and walk on the spot. So you warm out ankles and calves. Slowly walk it in. And you take your time coming up. So restack your spine, slowly, slowly come up. Have a little shake. If you've got water there, have a drink of water too. Or if you don't, you're allowed to go and get some. All right, have a little shake. We're actually going to start with our wrists. So what I want you to do to start with is make a stop sign hand, and I'm going to go side on as well. Hold on to your fingers. Again, you're going to choose how much tension you put on, pushing your fingers back. We're going to come forward a little bit so that you're feeling this underside of your wrist. Everyone is different. You don't have to have a locked elbow. Release, have a little shake. Now we're going to go down. That same hand is going to go down, pressing on your knuckles. This one I really feel through here. It's surprising. So keep breathing down into your belly. Have a little shake. Let's do the other hand. So it's stop sign hand. Might be different on this side, so be careful. Pull on your fingers. Have a little shake of that hand. Now you're going to press on the knuckles. And again, notice, is it different on this side? So this is getting in touch with your body too. Noticing all this stuff. Release, have a little shake. I'm just going to come back again. I just want you to stand nice and tall. I want you to pop your head down to the front and then turn your nose towards your armpit. Doesn't matter which armpit. But the hand on that side, I want you to raise it and just rest it on the top of your head. You're not going to pull. It's just resting. So you're doing all of those muscles on the opposite side from the base of your skull down to your shoulders and collarbone. Again, breathe down into your tummy. We won't be here much longer. Maybe relax your bum, relax your hips. Slowly release your hand, come up. We'll just have another little shake of your shoulders. Let's reset for the other side. So face down to the front first. Send your nose across to the other armpit. The hand on that side now is going to come up onto your head and rest. So again, not pull, allowing gravity to do the work. So you're feeling those muscles from the base of your skull down to your shoulders and collarbone on the other side. Come up and have a rest, have a shake. Hands behind your back. Maybe, if you can. I can't straighten my arms, you might be able to. So I'm going to stay here. I just want you to breathe first down into your tummy. So your chest is wide. Buttocks are relaxed. Shoulders are relaxed. Face is relaxed. You can stay here now or drop your chin towards your chest. And now feeling the muscles from the back of your skull down through your spine, upper back. You might be able to see you're breathing down into your belly. Again, relaxing your hips. Slowly bring your head up. Slowly release your hands and have a shake. We're going to make our way back down onto the floor by a downward dog. Otherwise, just make your way down whichever way you like. So what I want to do is take a big breath in, reach up to the sky, breathe out, arms come down, hands onto the floor, stepping back and knees down. From here, we're going to do cat-cow. And again, just play. If you want to lay on the floor, just do that. Otherwise, we're going to take a breath in and lift your face and drop your belly. Take a breath out, drop your face and lift your belly. You don't have to go at my pace. You go your own pace with your own breathing. So really lifting your back, dropping your head, relaxing your neck on the breath out. On the breath in, lift your face, squeeze your shoulder blades together and drop. Other way. Coming back to neutral now, we're going to go back to child's pose but with relaxed arms. So play here too. I'm going to open my knees. I'm going to rest my forearms on the floor. I'm going to rest my head down. And here, now I want you to think about your breath, expanding your back when you breathe in, and maybe the sides of your ribs. So we're really squeezing your vagus nerve here, using your diaphragm. just walk your hands away from you a little bit and get more of a stretch down through your arms, down through your triceps, your ribs. And keep breathing down into your belly and your back. When you're ready, slowly coming up onto hands and knees, elbows and knees. Then I want you to send your legs back. You could just lay on your tummy here if this is no good for your spine. And we're just going to hang out here with the elbows on the floor. You're at the beach in the middle of winter, looking at the water. So I want you to relax your back again. We're not staying here too long. The next one's a little bit tricky, so maybe watch me as we get into it. What we're going to do is send our elbows out wide so you've got cactus arms. You're going to turn your face to one side. So I'm going to the left first. I'm looking at my left hand. Then I want to bring my left hand towards my face and push my left shoulder off the floor. Be careful of your boobs as you roll. Onto your right shoulder. So we're stretching the right shoulder. That's the aim of this move. My left knee, my top knee is on the ground, but if it's accessible to you and you want to do it, you could lift that leg and send it behind you and hang. This is one where you definitely do not compare. Some people can actually turn so that their bum is on the floor on this. It's incredible. So breathe and modify this to suit you. Make sure your head's on the ground to protect your neck. Breathing down into your belly. Let's slowly release, careful of your boobs as you go. I'm going to change sides. So I'm now turning my head to look at my right hand. I'm resting my head on the ground. Bring my right hand towards my face. I'm going to push onto the floor, lift my right shoulder off the floor. My left shoulder staying down. So you tweak this for you. So you're thinking I'm stretching my shoulder that's on the floor, protecting my neck so my head's on the floor. My top knee can be on the floor, stacked on the other knee or sent behind. You tweak it for you. Really tune into what's going on for you. Breathing down into your belly. This is one of my favourites, this one. This is like the doorway stretch if you've ever done that, standing up in a doorway. Coming back to the centre, just reset yourself, and we're going to roll over onto your back. Just going to starfish first, and we'll talk a little bit about pelvic floor and breathing while we're here. So this is starfish for me. Do whatever works for you. So let's breathe down into your belly. So you breathe in and your belly expands. When you breathe out, your ribs and your belly contract, and your pelvic floor, if you can manage that as well. So on the in-breath, your pelvic floor relaxes, your tummy relaxes. On the breath out, your pelvic floor contracts, your tummy contracts. Slow as you need to go, really tune in to what's going on with the contraction and relaxation. Some people need to focus more on pelvic floor contraction, others need to focus more on relaxing it. Now you could stay here if you like, or we're going to do a bit of a twist where we're going to bend one knee, grab it with your opposite hand, bring it across your body, and just let gravity pull your shoulders and your knee towards the floor. Breathe, relax your face, relax your eyebrows. You don't really need to do much here, just let gravity pull everything towards the floor. Your shoulder is opening up. Slowly you can stay, or slowly come back into the centre. Slow as you want to, reset your hips back onto the floor. Sending your other leg out straight, other knees bent, it's coming across. Noticing any difference on this side, it might feel completely different. Relaxing again, letting gravity do the work. Think about your jaw and your tongue, everything's relaxed. Neck is relaxed, shoulders are relaxed. You can tweak where your knee is to suit you. So we're trying to get into your hip. It's also, yep, spinal twist, but your hips can have a little bit of stretch here as well. Come back into the center. This next one might be good on a chair for some people and maybe not completely cross legs. But we're actually going to cross your legs right over now. I'll go so you can see my knees a bit better. We're going to reach through and grab knees, but if you're sitting on a chair, you can just grab the top knee. So we're digging deeper into your hip now. From here, you could stay on your knees or travel down towards your shins, or you could travel down to the outside of your feet, and that just intensifies the stretch. But if you're sitting on a chair, you'll be just monitoring any pain and moving your knee towards your chest, holding onto your knee, not your shin or your foot. Breathing down into your belly again. Slowly release your feet or your shins or your knees. Put both feet on the ground again. Before we swap sides, just rock your knees side to side, and then we'll swap. Swapping it over, so if you're in a chair, you'll be lifting your knee up, pulling it towards your chest. Otherwise, down here, we're grabbing knees, or depending if you can on this side, your shins, or the outside edges of your feet. And then relaxing back down. If you're sitting in a chair, you're relaxing your shoulders, your face, your chin. Breathing down into your belly. Is there any difference between this hip and the last hip? Slowly release your feet, shins, knees, feet on the ground, rocking knees side to side. This next one, if you're in a chair, you could just lean forward. If you're down on the ground, we're going into Happy Baby, it's called in yoga. And there are options here too, where you can start off with by just holding the backs of your legs, or you can walk your hands up and hold your ankles, shins, or you could hold, some people hold the inside of their feet, I hold the outside of my feet, and breathe. Again, try and relax your face, relax your shoulders. Some people rock, you can do that if you like to. With some of these stretches, you'll notice, oh goodness, I needed that. That feels really good. Or notice how you haven't been moving. Just be kind to yourself. Think, oh, I might do more of that or do it in a different way more often. Slowly release in whatever position you're in. Feet down, we'll just rock legs side to side first. Then what I want you to do is send your legs out straight. I'm going to be back at the beach. You're going to come up onto your elbows. So we're looking down at the water. Now I want you to flex your toes so your thighs are stiff. You can either stay here, we're working on your shoulders to be honest, and open. We're going to lift, open your chest, lift, maybe more of a stretch here. If you want to or can and your neck is okay, you would send your head back here, but otherwise don't. You just go to wherever is right for you. Slowly bring your head up, slowly dropping your chest and belly, and then we're going to slowly come up to sit. So this next one can be done on a chair too. We're doing the backs of your legs, hamstrings. Going to bring one leg in, one leg's going to stay out. You could stay here, or I'm going to grab onto my leg and going to walk down and hang out down here. I'm going to hang my head, you don't have to. You just work out what feels nice and good for your body. I feel it through my arms, I feel it through my lower back, I feel it through the back of my leg. So you tweak it to work for you, and breathe again. Down into your belly, trying not to breathe into your shoulders. This also could be done standing. So standing, sitting in a chair, sitting on the floor. Slowly walk back up. Before we go to the other side, we're going to do another bit of a twist. But there are many ways to do this. You could just bring this knee up here and stay still. You could bring your foot to the other side of the knee, sit up and stay still. You could wrap the opposite arm around the knee, sit up tall, stay still, or put the other arm behind you and turn your head a little bit. I'm pretty tight through my upper back, I can't turn too far. See how you go. Trying to relax your face. If you were sitting on a chair, you'd have your ankle on your knee and just let your knee flop. And then lift it a little bit and flop. Slowly release. Let's unwind, send the bent knee out so it's straight. Bring the other leg in. Walk it out down here, knowing it might be different to the other side. Just see how you go. You might get to your knee, you might get to your shin, you might get to your ankle, foot. Who knows? Doesn't matter. You're just doing this for yourself. This is your time. Use it to work for you. Breathe down into your lower back, into your belly. Slowly walk it back up. If you don't want to do this next twist bit, you could go back down into the pose we just did. Otherwise, you'll lift your knee up. You could stay here. You could put the foot on the other side of the knee and stay here. You could wrap your opposite arm around your knee, do a twist, send your hand back and breathe. So we're really working outside of the hip here, but you do what works for you. Slowly, slowly release. If you can, just pop your feet together for a second. We're not staying here long. Pause. Then if you can, sit cross-legged, otherwise maybe go up into your chair or sit on your haunches like you're about to go to child's pose. Sitting up nice and tall, you're going to take one hand out to the side, walk it out a little bit. The other arm is going to come up and overhead. I can't get too close to my ear with my arm. You might be able to do a better job, but the stretch is through here. We're trying to keep both buttocks on the floor, but like I said, I've got a tight upper back and shoulders. So for me at the moment, this is where I get to. I'm still breathing down into my tummy, trying to relax my face. Slowly come back up. And remember, you don't need to hold the poses as long as I'm holding them. You can change and do whatever feels okay. We'll take the other side. For me, I'm a bit tighter on this side, might not be for you. Keeping your buttocks on the floor. Stretching down through the sides of your arms, sides of your ribs. Come back into the center, just have a little shake. We're going to go over onto hands and knees again. We're actually going to stretch your toes a little bit before going back to child's pose. So what I'm doing, I'll just come a bit closer, is I'm going to tuck my toes onto the floor, walk my hands forward a little bit and just sit back a little bit. This can be a bit intense, so you have complete control over this. You decide how far you go back. We're going to go into it 3 times. I'm going to release now and just give a little tap on the floor. So I sometimes cramp with this, so be careful. I'm going to sit back again. Remember, you can do the hold for as long or as little as works for you. And I'm going to release. Just tap my feet on the floor again and I'm going to go again. We forget about our toes and they're very important for balance. We know we're ground up, aren't we? We've got to focus on all parts. Alright, release your toes, widen your knees if you want to, you don't have to, but child's pose is happening again with a bit of a difference. So really stretching out to the front, resting your head down to wherever it gets to, pulling on the floor a little bit. I want you to take your right hand, leave your left hand where it is, take your right hand, put it on top of your left hand, and pull a little bit again so you feel that stretch down through your right side. Keep breathing down into your belly and back. You can take the tension off, you could just stay in child's pose, you could rest your forearms. Just keep tweaking. I'm going to now change sides. I'm going to put my right hand back where it was and put my left hand on top of my right hand. So I'm going to feel that stretch down through the left now. Slowly release your forearms. Slowly come up to sit. If you need a cushion, we're coming back to kneeling again. So if you need a cushion under your knee, grab it, or any padding. We're going to be doing your hip flexors now. Similar but not exactly the same as the start. You're going to have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. You're going to put your hands on your hips. To begin with, what I want you to do is just rock your pubic bone back and forth. So you're rocking your pelvis. We're going to start by working the hip flexor on the down leg. Want you to finish with your pubic bone forward. You're really squeezing this buttock here, and this arm is going to come up. I'm going to twist so you can see it from the front. I want you to keep, hopefully you're feeling the front here, having a stretch. If you want, you can reach overhead a little bit, but try and keep your hips pretty still so you can feel the front of this hip. We're going to go a bit deeper in a minute. Keep breathing down into your tummy. Come back into the center, release that arm, walk the front foot forward a little bit, and if you can, if you want to, we're now going to sink to add to the stretch here. You can reach up overhead again if you want to, but you play with this. You might have to stay back in the first pose. Keep breathing. Come back into the center. I'm going to come front on again. We're going to walk this foot out. We're now going to the back of the other leg while we're here. Make the most of it. We're going to lean forward now, bum out, boobs out. We're stretching the back of this leg. How bent this knee is up to you. Okay, so mine's got a bit of a bend because I've got really tight hamstrings, but I'm definitely stretching. Make sure you're still breathing down into your belly. Using your diaphragm. Slowly up, pop your knee down. We'll just go briefly back to child's pose if you want to, just to stretch out before we take the other side. But I've got relaxed forearms, you might not want that. Just trust yourself about what you need. Coming back up, we're now going to take the other knee, so I will turn the other way. So you can see, so we've got right angles with the legs, hands on your hips. You're going to tilt your pubic bone forward and back. So firstly, you notice it and you're aware that your pelvis can move. Then bring your pubic bone forward, squeeze that buttock on the down leg, reaching up to the sky. I'm going to come front on again. And I can reach overhead if I want to. My back toe is now cramping, so I'm just turning that so it's on the floor. So this is where I'm tweaking to work for my body. You do that too. Right, come back to release, have a little shake. We're now going to get that front foot forward so that we can lean forward. I'll go side on again so you can see. I think my back foot's not going to cramp. I'm letting my hips sink, really stretching through the front of my hip that's on the floor. Maybe you can reach up if you want. See what feels right. Slowly come back into the center. I'm going to turn again so you can see I'm going to walk my foot out to the side. This is really for balance. Toes up, heels down. We're going to lean forward, sticking your bottom out, boobs out, feeling the back of the other leg. Slowly release, slowly release. If you have a band nearby, grab it. I'm going to do a bit more on the hips. So if you have a band or a towel, actually, a towel or a belt or a rug, otherwise you can actually do this just holding the back of your leg. We're going to lay back down again, hook your foot into the band, but you could just be holding the back of your leg here. Otherwise you're holding a band. That's it. That is great. Relaxing your face, whichever way you're doing this, relax your face. Now sending your leg across your body a little bit so you feel the outside. That's it, yep. Feel the outside of your leg. It might be your ITB, which is a sort of tendon that runs from the outside of your knee up to your hip. It can get really tight. Come back into the middle. We're going to send your leg the other way. Bit of inner thigh here. Yep, great. So you can have your knee as bent as you want, as straight as you want. Come back into the middle, release, maybe rock your knees side to side. Taking the other leg, so either grabbing the back of your leg or using your band to lasso around your foot. Breathe. So sending your foot across your body a little bit. So again, feeling the outside of your leg. You might feel it in the outside of your shin too, it depends. And it might be different person to person and body part to body part. Back into the middle, taking the other side slowly maybe, or maybe just stay in the middle. Come back into the center, slowly release, slowly rolling onto your side, coming to sit. This next bit, you could do seated on the floor or standing, just doing a bit of shoulders. So sitting nice and tall, bringing one arm out to the front, bring it across your body, holding onto your shoulder and giving it a little pull. You could stay here, you could turn your chin if that helps, a bit more of a stretch through your neck. But feel your waist, see what feels right. Breathing down into your tummy. Slowly release, let's have a little shake. Taking the other side, seeing how it feels. No, it might feel different. Grabbing your shoulder, giving it a bit of a pull. Maybe turning your face, maybe not. Slowly release and have a shake. At any point you can change to a chair or sitting on your child's pose legs. I'm going to do the backs of your arms now. So you're reaching an arm up to the sky and then it's going behind your head. You could stay here or with the other hand take the elbow. It's like you're pushing the elbow towards the back of your head. So the aim is through here. If you want to get a bit more down here, you could bring the elbow over to the side as well. But just feel your way millimetre by millimetre and make sure you're breathing. This can be done standing too. Back into the centre, release your arms, have a shake. It's one where you stretch it sometimes and think, oh, okay, that is tight. Hand behind your head, grabbing your shoulder with the other hand, maybe staying there, maybe tilting. It's like you're sticking your armpit out to the side. Slowly release your hands, have a little shake. We'll just do your neck a little bit again before we go back to child's pose and downward dog. Sitting nice and tall, just let your ear drop. This again is just gravity working, so don't force it, just let your ear drop to a shoulder. So all of these muscles connecting from the base of your skull down through to your shoulder. Are thankful that you're doing this. Turn your nose towards your armpit. Similar to when we started, when you had your hand on your head, working the ones that are coming from sort of the back down to your shoulder as well, but at an angle. Keep breathing down into your belly. We're not breathing into our shoulders. Now turning your chin down towards your chest, looking down towards the floor, breathing, not forcing it. Not forcing the stretch, not forcing your breath. Turning your nose towards your other armpit. Like I said before, much tighter on my left. You might notice one side's more tighter for you. And on this last side, turn to look at me and you have your ear towards your shoulder on that last side. Okay, back to the center. Have a shake. Come to take child's pose. Just have the band nearby because we're going child's pose, downward dog briefly to make our way up. But we're going to bring the band just to do a little bit more with shoulders to finish. So with child's pose, do whichever form works for you. You could rest your forearms down. I do just want you to take a couple of deep breaths to expand your torso. It's almost like visualize your ribs moving as you breathe in. Out to the sides, up to the roof, and pressing on your legs. Slowly make your way up onto all fours. Then if you don't want to do downward dog, just slowly make your way to stand. Otherwise, bum up, head down. This time we're not walking on the spot, we're just tailboning it, tailbone up to the sky. Heels towards the floor. Hang your head. Just let your neck be pulled towards the floor by gravity. Then bending your knees, let's just walk it in and hang for a moment. Hang upside down. If you want, you can hold on to your biceps. Then stick your little fingers in the corners of your elbows. I was taught this by a yoga teacher. It just adds to that stretch. Let your head hang. It's almost like you're being pulled a bit more towards the floor. Then release your arms. If you can, grab the band on the way up, do. Slowly restack your spine. Visualize it restacking one at a time. As you come up, roll your shoulders down and back. Just loosen the band. Let's finish with shoulders. Loosen the band to start with. Don't want it too tense. Just want you to roll it up and behind if you can. If you can't, don't. But haven't got a loose band, a tight band yet. It's loose. So you can just feel this movement first. And forward. I'm going to tighten mine a bit now. You do what works for you. I'm going to tighten it for a couple more rolls. You know, you don't have locked elbows here. You can if you want, but elbows are soft and even really bent if you want them to be. Now we're just going to pause at a point that feels nice. For me, it's here. I'm going to relax my bum, going to relax my belly and breathe. You can stay here, or I'm going to go down to the side now and look at the floor. It's really stretching through my side on the upside and my neck, keeping my bum relaxed, belly relaxed. Can stay here or come back into the center, and then we'll take the other side. Might feel different. Might not be able to turn your face, that's fine. Come back into the center, release the band, drop it down and give yourself a hand. Well done.